So our next speaker is Lisa. Do I have the right thing here? Is Tom Wingo. I'm telling you, this is day 3. Um, Tom Wingo is from TLC Adult Daycare. I think adult daycare is so important, and I want you all to know about it. So welcome, Tom.
Hey, Linda, how are you doing? Happy
Joyful
Cinco de
and great.
Mayo.
Yes, happy Cinco de Mayo.
I was going to wear my mariachi hat, but I wanted people to take me seriously. So
You save that for when you're out with your people there.
yes, well, in the background, if you start hearing a lot of noise, that's because we're having our Cinco de Mayo party today.
No, that's a fabulous thing. I've actually been to Tom's Center. A very close friend of mine, Mama Rose, went there for quite a while, and I just love going there. You walk into other communities and you walk into other places, and you just see people sitting in a chair being sad, or just sitting by themselves. Well, that's not what's happening there. There's always action, and everyone is always smiling. So take it away, my friend Tom.
Okay, well, we definitely like to have a lot of fun. I have a PowerPoint presentation that I'm going to start up. Hopefully I can get this right. My first PowerPoint, doing it on Zoom. So hopefully I don't mess this up here. So give me a second.
No problem.
And then let me know if you see it.
We got it.
All right, you see it?
Yep.
Okay. So anyway, my name is Tom Wingo. I am the owner of TLC Adult Daycare and Recreation Center in beautiful Oldsmar, Florida. It's a family-run business. I have my 2 beautiful daughters who work with me as well, and my wife is here quite frequently, even though she has another job. This is also her passion too. So I wanted to Linda wanted me to talk a little bit about how engagement can be fun for you and your loved one. And that's what we do a lot of at TLC, a lot of engaging and having a lot of fun. So I want to just start off by talking a little bit about our center, and let's begin. All right, so today I'd like to talk about our program and what we do, and engaging with your loved one, the different types of activities that you can do at home or other places, the importance of involving others, and online and virtual activities are huge and can do a lot for your loved one. And then at the end, some questions and answers if you have anything that you'd like to talk about. All right. So a little bit about us. We started TLC Adult Daycare right before the pandemic.
Oh, great timing.
Yeah. We had this great idea of opening up an adult daycare center, and it was a great idea, just the timing wasn't what we expected. So we opened and then closed because we didn't know what was going on, and then reopened again and struggled for a little while, but once the vaccines came out, oh my goodness, we are very close to starting our our wait list.
Wow.
So, yeah, I've got 9 new admissions coming up in the next 2 weeks.
Maybe it's time for expansion.
Well, guess what? We've just blown out a wall, and we are expanding the current center. I can't wait for you to come in and take a look at it, Linda. I think you're going to really enjoy it. We've got some really neat things planned for that site as well. We're going to do a little retro theme going on as well, so it should be pretty nice. But anyway, so a lot of people that whenever we opened TLC, a lot of people came to me and they were saying, what the heck is an adult daycare center? A lot of people have no idea what an adult daycare center even is. So just a little of what we do. So adult daycare centers provide care and companionship for adults who need assistance or supervision during the day. Families and caregivers are given a break, allowing them to work, handle personal business, or just relax while knowing their loved one is in a safe and loving environment. And of course, our goal is to prevent or delay institutionalization by providing therapeutic activities, encourage socialization, and offering gentle and fun exercise programs so our members can thrive. And let me tell you, we have a lot of success in doing these things and giving the caregivers a break. It's pretty amazing, actually.
Someone just said in the chat, my loved one lived with us for several years and was in adult daycare for 4 years. She had COVID recently and was not able to go back to the daycare center. She noticed when she was at the daycare center, particularly post-COVID, that the day she went to the daycare, she was more cognitively alert later in the day and engaged more with our family throughout the evening hours. Your work is extremely important for the community, for the patient and the family. Thank you.
Wonderful. That was perfect. Exactly. And I tell you, we've had members, and I better hurry up with this because I have quite a few slides here, but we've had members that, home, depressed, not doing anything, physically, just watching TV all day or sleeping.
Right.
Their physical abilities start to decline. Their cognitive abilities start to decline. They, like I mentioned, they start getting depressed, and it's pretty bad. And then they come here and they're just amazed, absolutely amazed at the difference. Socialization, and that's the key, the socialization part. Socialization, the active activities, the cognitive therapeutic activities, what that makes in their lives. It really is amazing. So who could benefit from adult daycare? Well, those obviously with Alzheimer's disease or other dementia-related disorders, maybe those diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, suffering from the side effects of a stroke, experiencing loneliness or depression that I just talked about, transitioning from an inpatient stay. Maybe they've been in a hospital or a rehab center and they need to get back home, and this is a great place for them to be during the day and be in a safe area. With chronic physical or cognitive impairments. But really, it's just, or those that just want to have fun. That's what it's all about here. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of parties. Like I mentioned, our Cinco de Mayo party, we're going to be having it. I think they're starting it right now. Anytime, anything that we can do to have fun, we have fun with. So that's what it's all about. And that's what this presentation is about, is what can you do at home to have a little fun, and not just necessarily at home, outdoors as well. What do we provide at TLC? Supervised care in a safe environment, gentle and fun exercise programs, therapeutic and educational activities, and respite for caregivers. And that's the key, the respite for the caregivers. Yes, they come here, they have fun, they're in a safe environment, and as Linda has talked about this many, many times, is you've got to have a break. The key is, how are you going to take care of them if you're sick? How are you going to take care of them if you're not around any longer? So respite, getting a break, that's so huge. It's such an important thing. And our caregivers, they first come in and they're guilt-ridden and they're crying at the front door and they're dropping their loved one off, and it's like dropping them off at preschool all over.
It's like when you send your kid to kindergarten.
It is exactly like that. And they come in, they're sad, and I shouldn't be doing this. I feel guilty. I say, well, talk to me in about 2 or 3 days. Sure enough, 2 or 3 days, they're like, oh my gosh, this is so incredible.
Yes.
I went golfing. I got my hair done.
I took a nap.
I slept, whatever it may be. So yeah, that's the key. Just a little, I have a few videos throughout this presentation just to show a little bit of what we do here.
Yeah.
So let me, and just the simplest things can just really, you can have fun with. We did this mock soccer soccer. Can you see that? Can you see that pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me run this.
It's fun. Go.
So anyway,
Just look at their faces. It tells it all.
all day long, all day long. It's just laughter, you know, it's amazing. It really is. So anyway, that's what we do here. We have fun, and it's a great place.
Yeah.
I have to brag about it because I tell you, my staff is just amazing, absolutely amazing.
Yes,
But
they
anyway,
are.
okay, that's a little bit about us. So I also wanted to share. We have our caregivers. Really, they're so appreciative of what we do, and so I've just pulled one from a Google review, and I just thought it was appropriate because it's it's what someone has come in and they were depressed at home and not doing anything, and this is what she wrote on our Google review. TLC daycare has been such a positive influence in my mom's life, 90 years old. I moved her in with me when COVID started, and she didn't have much interaction with people. Now that I found TLC and she's going there, she is just so much more engaged in life. She remembers the days of the week. She engages in jokes with me so much more. And she looks so forward to going every day. She loves all the activities, exercise time, arts and crafts, songs, games, and somehow she wins at bingo all the time, which a lot of them do. Everyone at the center treats my mom with such great care. I can't thank Tom and the staff enough for how much this means to me and my mom, Eileen. So
yeah, says it all.
She started here a couple of hours a day. Now she comes here every single day, full days, because it's just progressed into her loving it so much and her thriving.
Yeah.
And so,
Tom, somebody asked in the chat, do adult daycare centers have to be licensed? If not, how can you find out what ones are better as far as really engaging folks?
So in the state of Florida, and that's all I can kind of speak to, because every state is different. In the state of Florida, they have to be licensed under the Agency for Healthcare Administration if they want to be an adult daycare center. Now there's there's multiple types of adult daycares. There's a social model, there's a healthcare model. If you go onto the Agency for Healthcare Administration's website, there is a facility finder, and you can go and look. Now they don't have any type of outcomes or anything that's judged there, but you can take a look at maybe you want to take a look and see how, if they're deficiency free or they had a deficiency, what that was. That doesn't always speak to the quality of the place, because sometimes our surveyors can be a little picky and want to do, so really.
I was going to say, I always think a personal referral is the best thing. So if you're not sure about any place around you, just go on Facebook and ask your friends.
That's what I was going to say. Multiple things. Number one, personal referral. Number two, go in and check it out. Go in and check it out. And go in at a time where they're doing activities and look and see, are people happy? Is the place clean? How does the place smell? I mean, is it a comfortable place for them? And if it is, you know, maybe
Yep.
that's the place you want to go. Talk to the one who's the administrator. You know, what kind of activities, what's their background?
Right.
You know, you definitely want to do your homework, because you don't want to put your loved one in a place that isn't going to take care of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this is the one who that I was just talking about. This is our little Susie. So anyway, all right, engaging with your loved one, what we're here for. A few tips for success. Number one, create a positive environment. Very, very important. A little preparation goes a long way. That doesn't mean you can't be spontaneous whenever you're doing activities or doing something with your loved one. But, you know, if you plan ahead and kind of figure out, okay, these are the things I want to do, and get it all done. That way you're not, you know, waiting. They're not waiting on you to kind of prep for it. You can just go ahead and have it ready to go. Mood, put on a happy face. If you're not happy doing the activity, then they're not probably going to be happy either. So, you know, it's all about both of you having a good time and both of you in a good mood. Words of encouragement are so important. And we find that here, we compliment everybody on everything. That's the key. Because they want to feel important, they want to feel special. And it doesn't matter, even those that might not be able to talk very well. It's so important to still encourage them, because they, you know, they're still listening. They're still,
Yes.
that person's still in there. They just might not be able to communicate as well as you'd like. So encouragement is so important. Celebrate the victories, no matter how small. It's true. I mean, you know, the littlest things that they're able to do, celebrate it. Tell them how proud you are. The look on their face is just it's amazing. It really is, because it is. So anyway, make them feel special and needed. That's the key, and that's the key here. Is everyone, we try to make them feel like they're special. When our members walk into the door of TLC, we announce that they're here, and everyone in the whole place, hi Jane, hey, Jane's here, hey Jane, you know,
yeah,
make them
like
feel
a family.
special.
Like a family.
Correct. And when they leave at the end of the day, you know, as much as we can, sometimes if an activity is going on, it's sometimes hard, but as much as we can, we try to make them feel special going in and going out, and making sure that that they feel that they're, wow, this, you know, I feel I'm the best.
Yeah.
All right. The next thing is focus on their realities and abilities. Find out what are they truly capable of. Don't expect more. If they're not able to do something, don't expect them to do that. If they, before they had dementia, if they were able to do whatever and now they're not able to, it's okay. They can't do that anymore. There's other things that they can do. Find out what their history, background, and interests are. Very important. Here, whenever someone comes in, we have an assessment that we do, and we try to find what did they do in their past? What did they like to do? What is their background? Were they, you know, in the Navy, the Marines? I mean, we have all these incredibly wonderful people that they come in, and it's just amazing the backgrounds that they have. It's really very, very neat. And to
everybody has a story.
Everyone has a story, and it's really interesting. I mean, some of the stories we've heard, it's just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
What kind of mood are they in? So if they're in a bad mood, maybe you should either change the activity you had planned or postpone it. You know, you want it to be a good, good, you know, you want them to enjoy it as much as you do too. And if you both are not in a good mood, you're probably not going to enjoy the activity. Slow down. Dedicate the time for both of you. If you're in a hurry and you're like, okay, I got 5 minutes to do something, it's going to be rushed. You're not going to have fun. They're not going to have fun. Take the time. Take the time to really dedicate. And like I said before, you know, think about what you want to do with them, and try to do a little bit of background on the activity, on what they like, and incorporate that into your activity. Demonstration over talking. A lot of times, by you telling them what you want, they can't really understand that. So show them by doing it, by demonstrating. And small steps. Don't be discouraged if it doesn't go as planned. Here, you know, we have so many activities that a lot of people aren't able to do very well. But you know what? Make it to where, for instance, beanbag toss. If they get it within a certain amount of feet of the
target,
give them a point, and celebrate it.
Yeah.
They accomplished something. They threw it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
They don't have to get it in the hole.
They're in the game.
Right. So small steps. And as they get better, maybe, practice makes perfect. So as they are able to do it better and better, celebrate more and more. But don't be discouraged if it doesn't go as planned. You can always do another activity. It's okay. This is all about them. It's all about them trying to be in a better mood, trying to do something that's going to improve their cognitive abilities, something that's going to try to improve their physical abilities as well. All right, so the different types of activities. So we have the outdoor activities, indoor activities, personal activities, traditional family activities. There's a lot more than that as well, but this is some of the ones we're just going to talk about. Outdoor activities, a gentle walk around the block, or at a park. I mean, just something to get outside, something to do. Doesn't have to be a long walk, just something. Get some sunshine. Now, in Florida, it can get a little hot here, so be careful. But, just try to get out a little bit. Ask for help with outdoor or indoor chores. Water the plants. Help rake leaves, plant flowers. And the same goes for indoor as well. I mean, a lot of our members, they want to feel needed. It's so huge. And the littlest things, they feel like they've accomplished something great. Mm-hmm. We have a gentleman here. He loves to make sure that all the cushions are put on some of our chairs, and that's his job when he gets here every day. And he loves it, and that's his. And sometimes when he wants to get paid for it, but he wants to know where his paycheck is. But yeah, I mean, that's his purpose. It makes him feel like he's needed. We make him feel like, we thank him so much every single time. Oh, thank you so much for putting those out. That's so incredible. That's so helpful. Same thing, have them do chores indoors, help put the dishes away if that's a good thing, fold clothes, whatever it may be.
And Tom, can I say, if they don't do the dishes that good, or they don't fold the clothes that good, who cares?
Exactly. This is a activity for them. It's not to actually accomplish a chore.
Right.
They might be planting flowers, and heck, they plant them upside down. It's right. It's okay. Other outdoor activities, play horseshoes, toss the ball around, or some other fun outdoor act, some other fun game outside. Again, they don't have to play horseshoes very well. Just by them being out there and throwing it, getting outside, getting a little exercise, that is really improving their cognitive abilities when they're doing things like that. That eye-hand coordination, and they're putting the motion with the brain. So very, very important.
Somebody just said in the chat, we called mom's dishwashing pre-rinsing.
That's
good.
Exactly. And that's okay. Hey, at least someone pre-rinsed for you. You're good to go. Right?
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Sit outside with them and drink a cup of coffee or another favorite drink, lemonade. Our members here love hot cocoa. Even in the summer, we started our hot cocos, during the winter time, but now during the summer we come in, hey, where's my hot cocoa? Every day. But that's okay. Whatever they want. That's what's important. You know what? Spend some time with them. Just sit outside. Just to do those little things are so important. All right. Some indoor activities. Exercise. Get that body moving. Exercise aids in reducing the risk of hypertension, diabetes, weight gain, which are all significant risk factors for dementia. We have exercise programs here, and there are some incredible great things on YouTube, or you can even, Google videos for seniors. But they're amazing. Tai Chi, stretching, chair yoga. Just look for something for seniors. And they're seated we have them here where they're seated, but I'll tell you, I've done them and I get a little sweat going on sometimes. So yeah, it can be a lot of fun. And the main thing is, make it upbeat as well. Dancing to their favorite songs, make it a party. We have a lot of dancing here, and we'll talk about music here in a minute, but their favorite songs and dancing, and we try to have we have a party whenever we can have a party for anything. Cinco de Mayo, today is going to be a dancing party. We have live entertainment. It's just something to get them up, get them dancing, and try to have them remember some songs that maybe they love from their past. Oops. I think I just messed that up. All right, let's try that again. I double click. All right, another video. This is some of our exercise when we had our Hawaiian party. Again, our party. I love that ending, by the way. And also we have a drum circle exercise that we do, which is kind of fun. It can be a little challenging, but it's on YouTube and they love it.
That is fabulous.
All right. Music and art. Music and art can enrich the lives of people with dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Both allow for self-expression and engagement, even after disease progression. And we have some great artists and some very talented musicians here. Music can be powerful. Studies have shown music may reduce agitation and improve behavioral issues that are common in the middle stages of the disease. And here, music is all day long. It is just a huge part of our program because it really brings back those memories, and it puts someone in a better mood. It's incredible. It really is. So what we suggest is try to find music familiar with your loved one. If possible, ask them, again, what did they used to like to listen to? Were they more, Elvis? Were they more AC/DC? Whatever it may be, find out what they love. Choose a type of music based on the mood you're trying to create. If you want to decrease agitation and anxiety, don't put on something really, really loud and upbeat. Slow or soothing music might help. Faster music, again, that might lift their spirits or evoke happy memories. So just choose the music you're trying to create with the atmosphere and what you're trying to do. Encourage them to try singing along and movement, clapping and dancing. Also try karaoke. We have some karaoke time here, and I get up there sometimes and everyone makes me leave because I'm not the best singer in the world. But just encourage them to try singing along if they can. I think you saw in some of our other in the video that I just showed that clapping, dancing, so important. Here's some music. We have some live music for our Easter party. I don't know what happened.
It's okay.
Not sure what happened with that video.
Okay.
Yeah, it was working fine earlier. I don't know, maybe my internet's
Somebody asked in the chat, how much does adult daycare cost, and does insurance cover any of it?
So adult daycare varies quite a bit. In the state of Florida, and again, I can only speak for the state of Florida, it's mostly paid privately, but there are some, like if you had a long-term care policy that you took out many years ago, not many people have it, but some do. Yeah. And you want to check, is adult daycare covered? Call them up and say, hey, is adult daycare covered underneath that? Also Medicaid, the state of Florida, if someone is on straight Medicaid, they would qualify for long-term care, and long-term care does pay for adult daycare services. Now the center would have to be a Medicaid provider in order for you to be able to use them. And then also the VA has a program called Aid in Attendance that pretty complex based on income and things like that. You'd want to talk to someone that was familiar with Aid in Attendance, but sometimes that also will kick in and help with the expenses of adult daycare as well. Medicare does not pay for adult daycare, and most health insurances, or they don't pay for adult daycare.
Can you give us an average cost or a ballpark, like from this to that?
You know, they can. I would say the ballpark is anywhere from $60 a day to
Okay.
to over $100 a day.
Okay. Okay.
It's you know, some centers charge a little bit more, and other centers might be catered directly with the Medicaid population.
Yeah.
So they do vary
You have
quite
to
a
go
bit.
visit a place.
I'm sorry?
You really need to go visit the place that you're interested in and see what the
Yep.
deal is there.
Yep. Visit the place, and of course, one of the first things you're going to ask is, you know, what's the pricing for adult daycare.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we're talking about music, art. Art, a very important thing as well. Try to keep on an adult level if possible. You know, we do here try to do that, but some have very limited abilities. And so a little less of a level of art is sometimes appropriate, using crayons and just something to try to maybe work their way up to doing more difficult art projects. Start off with easy drawing projects. Start off simple, something where they just draw something. And then maybe, like I mentioned, with crayons, try to color it in or something like that. Then do some easy senior painting projects. Get a canvas out. There's tons of videos online that you can Google about, you know, painting and even purchasing things where they can, you know, they have the numbered painting.
That's what I do.
I'll tell you, they're incredible. We have them here, and they make they just look amazing when they're done. They really, and it, you know, again, that's the being able to make them feel so special by what they've done. You can also do art by, we did a tie-dye project here, and that was pretty cool. Turned out very neat. Have them paint coffee mugs, whatever, you know, just, there's so many ideas. Polymer clay projects, vases, bowls, animals, be creative, you know, and it doesn't have to look beautiful. Just have them, you know, it's that the brain to the hand and doing something. That's what's important. That's the important thing. And then crafts. We do a ton of crafts here, and there's just so many ideas at craft stores, you know, the Michaels and dollar stores have a lot of crafts too that we get things from. So just mix it up, try different things, see what their capabilities are, and take your time. And you know what? Tell them that they're Picassos, because you know, make them feel special. Some of our art at TLC.
Wow. I love her.
Yes. Even our men enjoy art at TLC. They come in, they're like, oh, I don't want to do that. Well, yeah. Until they start seeing everyone else doing it. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, that looks neat. I want to do that. And some like to have fun. That was our tie-dye shirt up there on top of her head. Yeah, so it's just, you know who that is down there, right?
Yeah, there's my mama.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just about having fun.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. Amazing. Anyway, games. Oh my goodness. We do a lot of those, and there's so many things that you can do. Be creative. Do something you will like also. You know, do something. If you're gonna play cards, do a card game that they can do, but you might also enjoy too. Bingo, that's huge here. Might be difficult if you're doing a one-to-one bingo. I mean, you could do it, but if you have some friends over, and I think there's even some online bingo where you can play with others online. So, try it, see if they like it. Dominoes, checkers, chess, those that are have better cognitive abilities for chess. And even if they don't, who cares? Play chess. Maybe they remember a couple of moves and let them win. Dominoes. I never played dominoes till I opened up TLC, and some gentleman came, really? And some gentleman came in and he's like, "You don't know how to play dominoes?" And I go, "No, I've never played." And he taught me. I'm like, well, that's easy. I didn't realize that it was that easy of a game. And it was fun. I loved it. Card games, start off with some easier games. I love Uno, but even the easiest, the Go Fish, or if they are able, do something harder, poker, rummy, those type of games. Puzzles. Wow, we have so many here that love puzzles, and it's so good for their cognitive exercise. Jigsaw and crossword, and board games. Break out some old board games that you might have and see if that's something they can do.
People are saying crazy eights and matching games, and
there's just, in the internet, and we'll talk about that a little bit more, but it's wow. It's so much out there, just so much out there, especially for seniors. It's amazing. And I get back to crafts. There's endless ideas at craft stores and dollar stores. So, these are the games that you can there's just so many, and plan it out, and take the time to do it. So reminiscing activities. These are so neat and nice. And I didn't mean to push that, but get to know your loved one's life story. Find out what they used to like to do. Maybe but maybe you don't know everything. Talk with family members and friends. You might find out some things that you didn't know about your loved one, that back in the day they used to like this or like this, and then try to reminisce with them about it, either talking or maybe some photos, music. Very important in bringing back memories. Very important.
Somebody said in the chat that she has her dad match all the socks.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. See? And you know what? When they're done, tell them what an incredible job they did.
Right.
And how appreciative you are. And you couldn't have done it without them.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right? So in reminiscing, create a scrapbook of old photos, or use what you have, or even take new photos and make a scrapbook out of it. But those old photos, if you can get your hands on them and do that, it's amazing. And we have some that bring in their photos all the time, and it is just amazing to see the history.
Well, remember when I came to your place that time, we did a reminiscence. So all the families had given you the photos, and then you put them on the screen. And I remember there was one man that was just very quiet there, and he wasn't saying much until he saw himself in his army uniform. He was the cat's meow.
Well, I got a little special treat for you in just a second. Anyway, it's okay if they can't verbalize. A picture is worth 1,000 words. So if they're just looking at your scrapbook and they're not saying anything, it's okay, because in their mind, they might be like thinking some of those thoughts of what happened back then.
Right.
And like Linda was saying, yes, she came in and we had a wonderful reminiscing activity that she led, and it was amazing. All the families brought in pictures, and we put them up on the screen. And like I was saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Talking about these, Linda?
Yes, look at them. So fabulous.
Oh my goodness. And they all had a story. And some, some couldn't really express, but I remember one, and she was looking up, and we had her picture that came up, and she doesn't say a whole lot, but her eyes teared up, and
Yeah.
I knew she was looking at that, remembering, and it was
Yeah.
amazing. It
Yeah.
was absolutely amazing. So this is huge. Doing this is amazing.
Yeah.
And a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Oh, stop. Where did you get that from? That is when I used to do acting. That was my headshot. One of my friends said to me, "Were you on Three's Company?"
So, are you reminiscing, Linda?
Yes, I am.
Thank you for all you do, Linda. You are incredible. I had to throw that in there. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You gave it to me.
Did I?
Remember, we put it up on the
Oh yeah.
on the
That's hysterical.
I'm gonna leave that up here a couple more seconds.
That's okay.
All right. I'm sorry. I had to do it.
Thank you.
All right. Again, more reminiscing activities. Trivia. We do a lot of trivia here. Trying to have them remember. And through the question, do you know what this is? And the trivia challenges are amazing, and they learn a lot too. Heck, I learn a lot through these trivia challenges. I'm like, I probably learn something every single day when we do that. It's amazing. And there's so many of them out there too. Watch nostalgic movies. If you have, these might be difficult to get, but if you have old newspapers or old magazines, I had one of our staff members bring in magazines. It was, I think it was Life magazines from the 1940s.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I found myself looking through the magazines just in amazement at how our society has changed and how unpolitically correct we were back then.
My father gave me for my birthday one year the edition of Life magazine that came out the week I was born. So that was in 1953. And it was the same thing, that smoking cigarettes and drinking and,
Right. And talking. I mean, some of the ones they had were like wartime, and it was just, I was like, wow, okay. I won't mention anything that I saw here, but
it's interesting.
It was very interesting. And so we put those out, and they were just looking through them and thumbing through them, and just, and it's something to talk about too. And it's just like, oh my gosh, do you remember this? And they're like, oh my gosh, yes, I remember that. It's amazing. And just talking. Sometimes that works the best. Just sitting there and talking with someone. So many times I just sit and chat with our members, and they just want to talk. They want to tell me what happened. They might not remember what happened yesterday or 10 minutes ago, but man, they can remember what happened back in their youth. And just some of the stories are absolutely amazing.
And I want to say to people, when you're at home and you're talking to your loved one, come down to their eye level, please. Sit down, and if possible, touch their hand. It's just so needed.
I agree.
So needed.
I agree. All right. And also remember, not all memories are good memories. Okay. When you're doing reminiscing, some memories might pop up that they're not too happy about. That's okay. Try to be positive. But if unhappy memories surface, be patient, be understanding, listen, and validate their feelings. That's the key. It's okay. Be there for them. It's all right. There's still memories, they might not be happy ones though. Of course, we want to try to bring out happy memories, but be prepared.
Somebody just said, how can the caregiver remain engaged in the conversation? I find I get bored. I think you have to have somebody else share the conversation with you.
Yes.
Because you may be hearing this, there's a point there. You may be having the same conversation day after day after day after day after day, the same story.
And it's a mindset you're going to have because you're going to hear the same story. You're going to hear we hear the exact same thing multiple times during the day, multiple times.
Yeah.
And every time it's a brand new story. It's a brand new story to us. So you do your best. This is what we do for a living. We're not a caregiver out at the home, and that can be difficult. Try your best. That's it. Linda, you might have some better suggestions on that.
Not really too much more. I mean, I would try to involve others, and when someone else comes to the house, let mom or dad tell them the story. But it's just about patience.
Yeah, and that's that. And I have this a little bit later about using others as well. And it's patience, and sometimes that's difficult. It's very difficult. But try your best. Try your best. Pet therapy. Well, I better move along. Pets can bring a lot of joy and happiness to most, not everybody, but most people. If appropriate, consider a pet. Of course, you're going to have to take care of that pet if it's, so make sure. But we do have a lot of our caregivers that they did get a pet, and now that their loved one is really enjoying having that pet, someone that they can, get some of their anxiety. And by, even with my little Shih Tzu, after a hard day, if he sits next to me and I rub him, the anxiety and the stress goes away. Have family or friends bring their pets for a visit. So if you're not able to have a pet, have someone bring their pet. Visit a zoo or a dog park. Sit there, maybe go to a dog park. If you don't even have a dog, just go. Hang out, watch the dogs with your loved one. They're going to run around. They're going to run up to you and want to play. Now, here's something, and this is, and I don't know about other states, but the state of Florida, we have this initiative through the Department of Elder Affairs called the Livable Initiatives, and robotic companion pets. And we have some here. We gave this information to our members, and quite a few of them, especially those that have anxiety, went to this website, which I'm going to show you in a second, and ordered these pets. And I tell you, they're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. They look like real pets, right? There you go.
This is mine.
Well, looky here. There they are. And I tell you, they are, they purr and they bark. And here's our young lady in the middle. She's 102, and she loves her little robotic pet. So anyway, the link at the bottom is where, if you're in the state of Florida, you can, and you think that maybe you could benefit from a robotic pet. They are free. And I think they're only doing this till June, and that's when they're going to end this program, from what I heard. But if you think that this is something that you could benefit your loved one, then go ahead and sign up for it.
I had a woman who her mom is at home with her, and she said my mom used to follow me around the house all day long, and she said ever since she got the cat, she'll sit in the chair for hours now and just pet the cat. And when she was given the cat, she said, "This cat makes me feel love." So it's such a difference.
And those that are, they have less cognitive abilities, maybe their dementia is a little bit worse. I tell you, what it has done for them and helping them with their anxiety. If they start getting anxious, and then you give them that pet, and it just calms them right down.
And then when they calm down, then my anxiety goes down.
There you go. You got it. So anyway, that's the link. I don't think they're going to have it for much longer. So if it's something you want to do, go ahead and do that. Personal activities, hand massages with lotion, something personal. brush or comb your loved one's hair, a manicure or pedicure. Now, not everyone wants to do that, but hey, maybe even go out for a manicure or pedicure as well. Just something that makes them feel special. So there's also something called Namaste Care, that it's a holistic care approach. Those that are usually in the later stages of dementia, and basically what that does, and you can Google this and check it out. Creating a calm environment with like natural aromatherapy and touching approach. We're talking about the hand massage with the lotion, and that really it's actually a pretty neat program that I would like to potentially start having that here a little bit as well. But check it out. It's very interesting concept. Celebrate family traditions and activities. Listen to holiday music together. Make holiday desserts or special dishes. Carve a pumpkin, color eggs, or decorate a tree. Create greeting cards together. Watch a favorite holiday movie. So we do some pumpkin carving here. This is our one of our gentlemen doing some pumpkin carving. They love to get their hands into the little pumpkin, and some of the faces they make are very, very unique. And oh, Santa Claus came and visited. So yeah. Getting close. I have another video.
Okay.
All right.
They're so cute.
So anyway, what I was saying is, have them help out, have them do those things, involving others, which we talked about earlier. Have family come over and help out.
Yeah.
Have friends come over and help out. Support groups. We have a couple of support groups that TLC has here. Huge. I definitely encourage you to try support groups for those that are also caring for their loved ones.
Yes.
Church and religious organizations, adult daycare centers, and you don't have to do it alone. That's the key. Don't have to do it alone. We getting close, Linda? Anyway, online and virtual activities, Google it. There's a lot of stuff out there. Wii game consoles, we use that here, and it's pretty amazing. They're old game consoles, so you have to look for them like on
eBay.
eBay, Craigslist, or Facebook online. Online games we talked about. Virtual reality headsets. Now I have one. I just bought it. Pretty neat. Now I don't know. We're going to attempt to try it here at TLC. Now I'm sure it's not going to be for everybody, right, but it really has some incredible things about touring and traveling, and wow, it's pretty neat. So main thing is use caution. It may not be for everybody. Right. And remember, just have fun. That's the key. That's the key. I'm sorry I talked too long. I don't know about Q&A.
Okay, I'm pretty good at that myself.
So anyway, if you do have questions, feel free. You can call me. You can email me. Yes. So anyway.
Perfect. Somebody just said a local tech school used to send over some of their classes of kids that were learning how to do nails. and they would do the nails for everybody, and they would get experience, and they would get to do the nails for free. So that's kind of cool. And
Yeah, that's a great idea.
All right. Well, looks like we're good to go. Thank you so much for my friend for being here today. A lot of people made some good comments. I think they were very interested, and we just have to remember keeping our loved ones engaged is best for everyone.
Agreed.
All right. Have a delicious day. God bless.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.